Rule. To most Americans, Brexit sounds like a bit of an abstraction, the end of a trade deal, essentially. But in Europe, and especially in the United Kingdom, it is looking likely that Britain is going to leave the European Union without a deal to soften the blow. That's a so-called hard Brexit. As of now, that is scheduled to happen on March 29th. British businesses and the government are implementing major preparations for the disruptions that could occur. And here's why. A no-deal Brexit would mean big changes. Border checks would have to be reimposed. There will be unanswered questions about future rights of EU citizens living or working in the United Kingdom and UK citizens living or working in the EU, including those working in the Republic of Ireland, which is an independent country, which will remain part of Europe, the EU. And of course, trade would take a big hit, with British exports to the EU facing new tariffs and goods imported from Europe into the UK instantly becoming more expensive. To quote the BBC, a no-deal Brexit could become the UK's biggest peacetime emergency in almost a century. When Big Ben strikes 11 p.m. on March 29th, midnight on the continent, the British government will declare a critical incident and begin 24-hour operations in a command and control mode. Already, a dedicated force of 4,000 civil servants is working to prepare for the no-deal scenario in the United Kingdom. The Ministry of Defense has promised an additional 3,500 service personnel to help when the separation occurs. The UK Department of Health has started to stockpile medication. Food manufacturers have started keeping a reserve of ingredients. Warehouses are filling up. Concerns over protests have the National Crime Agency preparing for significant short-term disruption across the country. And readying for the reimposed border checks, the Border Force has pulled together a readiness task force made up of 300 officers. An additional 600 officers are being recruited to staff the checkpoints. This is the bad scenario if nobody comes up with a plan.